Hello, everybody. Let me turn this on. So, guys. Okay, guys. I want to do. Let's just. This is like my commentary video on on one of my well, not least favorite. It's kind of my least favorite because Karkat's voice on my throat was murder. So like, and, I like how I kind of carved a Homestuck. It's like I've also made like it's part of Bugsy Prime's lore, but it's also its own. It's also now its own AU. Funny how things work, but pretty much this is where we look at Mr. Karkat Mantis. I mean, you guys probably wonder how I feel about Karkat, but what I feel about Karkat is this. I really like Karkat at first when I first read Homestuck. I mean, when you first are introduced to Karkat, technically, he doesn't leave the best of impressions. But when the act shifts to him and Alternia, and you meet all the other trolls, well, yeah, it's starting to get a feel that Alternia's fucked up, and Karkat really hides his blood color because he did cold otherwise, and this kind of show you got like this thing about Pester Quest. It kind of fills you in without being like, hey, read all this. You are watching me in like I dream like some hornless cast posing pervert. Like y'all don't know because I think like my mic kind of compresses it. But I was really trying to sound like this, and it really hurts the goddamn throat doing Karkat's voice for too long. Because honestly, it's like the hardest thing you gotta do, and most of my see, it even hurts now, even when I do it in like very limited quantities. But like, imagine doing this voice for like an hour, and then the video wasn't even done yet, so I had to do it for another hour, which totally fucking hurted my throat box and almost destroyed me to all recognition. But Solitude was easier because all I had to really do was downplay Karkat's voice and make kind of a lisp, which wasn't that hard. But fuck, it hurts so bad the day afterwards. Like people say, like, "Oh, Bugsy, you sure you don't got the you sure you don't got the C word? You sure you don't got the C word?" I'm like, no, no. You voice Karkat for an hour, your voice is gonna feel like fucking string cheese. I don't know how the person that got to play Karkat in boxes really does it, because fuck me, that hurts. And I'm a guy that prides myself in trying to do most of the male Charles voices. I always kind of do a with some of the female characters. I try to do like a falsetto kind of thing because I, I may be good, but I ain't that good. Karkat, in no way, shape, or form do I even find you remotely attractive, even if I was into that. Yeah, fuck you. No, I think no. Dave does that to you on the regular, so we don't have to. There's a lot of jokes where I'm just like, oh yeah, remember. Like, there's a lot of jokes in this video, mostly centered around because I have because like meta narratively, I actually have Karkat like in the actual episode commenting on what's actually going on. It's just Again, I had to do both voice. I had to do that, and I had to do Karkat's voice while I was reading it, and Karkat's voice commenting on what's going on. So you can imagine how fucked my throat felt. Like, oh my god, guys, I had to take like a 2 day break because it was that bad. But what else can I say about Karkat than the horror it did on my voice? I wanted to take this moment to just tell you I really enjoyed doing Pester Quest. I really enjoyed doing this because again, I would say that Pester Quest kind of, in a way, it doesn't really introduce you to Homestuck properly, but it does introduce you to these characters. You know, disbarring all the death you'll see. But yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why. But the thing is, I didn't know why Karkat was so afraid of Gamgee in this one scene because it's like he's high in this. Like Karkat, like Gamgee is high. He's not like his sober. I'm gonna fucking kill you like he was in Murder Stuck. He's not totally. He's not like fucking. Come here, bro. You come into the car. You come to the dark carnival with me, bro. It's none of that. So I don't really get why Karkat was freaking out here. Sometimes Karkat, I wish you wouldn't say fuck me in a freaking tight and closed area. That's weird. Oh, fuck. I remember I had to do that like 3 times. The doors open a little wider. You feel the wetness on your arm. Karkat's claws are drawn blank. God damn it, Karkat! You are a fucking cat. You're not a crab, you're a fucking cat. And, you know, mostly sometimes I just ad lib. But I gotta tell you, I love that and fucking. What the fuck was that for? Why did you do that? Because Karkat was freaking the fuck out, and you were worried that the two were in danger and were something menacing asshole saying to green step outside the door. That's a complete misconception of the scenario. I'm totally disgusted you would bring it up. People, we're not gonna say anything more about that. Yeah, read home stuff. And yeah, throughout this series, I'm just trying to tell you guys to subtly read Homestuck, and I know most of my audience probably doesn't care. Like, everybody cares when I'm talking about Sonic, but the moment I talk about Homestuck, no one is around. It's totally like it's like repellent for my entire channel, and I just don't care because literally my channel is what I want to do. If I want to talk about Sonic, I want to feel like talking about Sonic. Like everybody like comes in like, well, Bugsy, talk about Sonic. But yeah, but this today is Karkat's birthday, or probably the first day, like the day we were introduced to Karkat all those years ago. Watch Box's video on that because we can't do that whole entire scene justice. Because what he's actually talking about is something else. Karkat's immediate reaction is overblown, which you are beginning. Again, for those of you that don't know, or probably for the people who don't read Homestuck, see now, Karkat is a lime mutant blood. Technically, his blood's like he's a lime blood, but his mutation makes it red. So he's low on the hemo spectrum. If you're low on the hemo spectrum, you're basically they basically treat you worse. If you're high on the hemo spectrum, like if you're purple blood, they'll treat you regular, and so on and so on. He doesn't really tell people about his blood color because people will literally people like the drones will literally kill him. Speaking of drones, close to this time, and you see a hulking shadow out the window, menacing, huge, menacing and armored. So basically, hiding in the crawl space of Karkat. Hold the fucking phone. Like basically, this is another era of Alternia. So I think it is, or he just reused Hive Swap assets. Like I saw your name pull on the feed. What did you fucking what? What did you do? You fucking idiot! Solix's voice is like Karkat's by like yeah, he's trying to make him sound a little different. Where Karkat has this whole like you know I don't know the way I do his voice is a little bit more annoying because I always kind of have the picture that Karkat has this like really annoying like grating voice because like when he's like saying what the fuck trying your fucking species is blah 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 I always kind of have this thing where he's just like he just has this grating kind of voice whenever he's worked up. Like it's normal when he's just talking normally, but like when he's all worked up and shit, it like to me I've always thought of it as him just it's grating. There's gonna be a call tuner. You just can't start howling on the call list. Showing on the call list. I didn't do anything, Solix. So basically, this is the bad ending where freaking Karkat leaves, and I was like, I seriously. With 2 mutants in there, we're too warm. So let's. Okay, everybody, we're ready to start. Karkat, yeah. So. Yeah. Again, anything Homestuck related, sometimes I think, and a little method to my madness is like I pick and like if there's a bunch of Homestuck related stuff, I pick and choose what I want to do with it. Like because again, I fucking love Dave and John's sprites here. They're pretty fucking good. Dirk looks like a dark version of Kamina. Take with that what you will. But I do like it. Hey. Space is a place. Okay? Kids love it. Again, made a fucking Toonami reference. But basically this is just in the story like Karkat like the NSPA reader takes Karkat and they go to Dave and Dave's place with John being there. I like doing commentary on all these videos because Gabe's Shredder Dick Rider. I don't know why. It just every time I think about it, everybody, like that makes me laugh. No, it's not because Dave's calling himself gay. It's just the fact that he literally this is early. This is early. This is early Dave Strider. This is early him where he would joke about gay. He would joke about the gay stuff, and he would never he he would kind of be he'd get all deep. There's when you get to his ending, his bad ending, he would literally just start thinking about himself being gay, and it's so fucking funny because he's like having a fucking mental breakdown. And I know that sounds bad, but it is so fucking funny because just just it's like it's kind of like it's like Dave like is literally because him and Rose are related, so it's like him going all like introspective and chin waggy like Rose would. It's funny because he's questioning himself when in actuality, if you read the comic, he's literally like bisexual. Not seriously. Dirk's the one that's gay, but like Karkat likes both. I mean, Dave likes both.
Oh damn!
And for those of you that ship John and Dave, I will find you, and I would say like, all right, cool, I like that shit.
You love a good shrimp freestyle any day of the week, but this is a game for
One thing that they didn't touch on though is that you don't get to meet like Calliope or you don't get to meet Calliope or freaking Caliborn. I don't know. I thought he said that was kind of lacking. You don't see them, and you know, it's like it's like guys, we don't get to see them, and they're kind of integral to the story, and one of the reasons that Homestuck even gets their plot started to begin with. So I'm wondering what Calliope and Caliborn are even doing at this point. Are they just
to return to put this back to holy fuck, where did he go? Yeah, little dude scurried out the door. You probably should have mentioned that. Ah, come on, Dave! Far from me here. He's gonna be your future. He's gonna be your future boyfriend. You can help me out. You can help me out, motherfucker.
yeah, that was me. Most of this stuff was ad libbed. I had like a little guy. I had like a little guide of shit I would say in these situations, but I totally went off my little fucking guide and just went for it. Didn't get any likes or comments in this, but I'm totally okay with that.
Oh shit! You sound like you just sounded like me. Yeah, that happened. Sort of stressed. You find Karkat soloing against the luck, the Texas Stack.
Again, I love Karkat's braids here. It's just
Hey, see,
so great.
Texas.
Well, and I might as well since it's Karkat's little birthday. I might as well, or wriggling day, however you want to go with it. I should talk about. I should talk about. Should I talk? I don't want to talk about the epilogue, but I'm going. I'm going. I'm going to talk a little bit about it. So in the Candy timeline, Karkat kind of leaves. Um, he leaves after going off on Gamzee and wondering like, motherfucker, you can't act like everything's good after what you did. And like he's like, bro, if you want me to, it got into the realm of toe sucking. I don't ask me how it got to that point. Gamzee to me is uh, Gamzee to me in the Candy timeline. I mean, being a guy who's actually wrote Gamzee's kind of redemption and sort of exile from the other trolls, because to me, you can't really redeem Gamzee, where all the other trolls look at him and go, oh yeah, you're cool, because a lot of them still hate him for what he did. But my like version Gamzee knows this, but in the Candy timeline, he just tries to make it good. Like he didn't just like kill everybody, cut off their heads, and did all that other shit. And Karkat leaves. Dave tries to get him to stay because him, him and Jade and Dave, they're all like a thing. They're in a polyamorous relationship. It's just for most people, if I get the vibe from Homestuck 2 kind of right, it's kind of like a very uncomfortable, especially how horny Jade is. And, Jade's got the you know what. So I'm not really going to say what it is, but, if you've seen my video talking about that one moment on the Candy timeline that I will not discuss, just watch the video. Watch the video that I will put in the card up at the top. Basically, they were like they were like a big old couple. Personally, I think that Dave and Karkat really wanted to be with each other, and like Jade was always like the third wheel, but Jade liked them both, and it was a big ass thing. I like I want to talk about the epilogues, but every time I do, it makes me feel physical pain for just talking about it. It's like the cruise. It's like the fucking Cruciatus curse. But it's like when I remember it, it's pain. I'm like, shit, and Karkat and Dave talks about Obama. Oh shit. It's a little bit like that. But yeah. So in there, Karkat leaves and becomes the leader of the resistance because Jane becomes home. Like, Jane becomes fucking Condesce too, which was one of the big bads in the series. Um, so that happens in like in the meat timeline. Clark like Jade gets taken over by fucking dead tier Calliope. There's a whole thing with that. Like Dave and Karkat, well, for those of you that like Dave and Karkat together, you can just imagine what happens. Well, actually, they kind of tell you straight up what happens. They literally, and to me, which me knowing troll biology the way I do, because honestly, I've sold my soul to Hussy or pieces of it, so I'm completely unfazed by it. So like Dave and Karkat, they you know Karkat may have got his little tentacly thing around, and they did, what I'm saying? That's in the most non-descript way I can bring it to you. If you know what I'm saying, you get it. So yeah, and like I don't. And another thing, I don't know if like Dead Tip Calliope was like watching, because he just comes in the room and just talks about like all the ominous and spooky shit about Dirk, and I'm like, since really Jane's not in control, does he like tell Calliope like, hey, I want to look at these guys do that? Because let me be honest, Jade is straight up horny. I ain't never seen a character this sexually charged in my life, and I've literally written Ansakamaru and to a greater extent Scourge to be that way, and even I don't write them that horny. That's a different that's a different story. But like Cardcat is basically with Dave, and they're cool with each other. They're like good. They love it. They they love each other, which kind of makes the Dave Cardcat shipper swoon in happiness. And it's like, I ain't even into like I ain't even into like galley ships whatsoever, like dude on dude ships. But Cardcat and Dave to me are just like during the epilogues with their fucking will they won't they shit. I was like, you dorks! I don't even care anymore. Just fucking kiss, you idiots! Jesus! God! It's like, dude! Stop with that tsundere shit, Cardcat, and just do it. Y'all have to do anything sexual. Just proclaim it. Jesus.
Strangely artificial. He's shading his
And
eyes.
if you hadn't noticed, I do share some similarities. to Karkat with the whole, getting angry about shit like
Or straight
this.
up and say, "Hey, dude, don't do that. You're gonna hurt yourself." Oh wow.
Yeah, I could do that. I could do this for you. Wow, thank you so much for the advice. I'm way too stupid not to know how to look directly into the burning.
Thanks. Thank you for so. Thank you for so much for the advice. I'm way too stupid for not looking directly
The ball,
into a
the
burning
ball
ball of
of
fire.
fire. The pain is too searing and intense. I'm just too fuck. I'm just a dumb animal. Oh, by the way, this son is pathetic.
This is another planet. I understand. Yes,
Yes,
thank
thank
you.
you.
He dropped his hands.
Like I can do it in these short little bursts for you guys, but if I do Karkat's voice for way too long, it really hurts me. Like I'm saying, like on like physically, it really hurts. So yeah, but yeah. I'm not gonna do every troll's birthday except for the ones that I really care about, like maybe Gansey, maybe Kanaya, maybe Equius, because well, Equius as a character has grown on me exponentially, and rather either way, like even if I don't like it or not, I fucking love that horny horse degenerate. In a way, don't look into that too much. And I kind of love Aridin to an extent because doing his voice is hard to like really pin down for me. It always ends up sounding like Cronus at the end of the day. At the end of the day, I try to make him sound a little bit more like himself, but it always sounds like fucking Cronus. And with the fact that I got Befriendus, soon you're probably going to hear Cronus. You're probably going to see Cronus and me do my best Cronus voice ever. But I want to just tell you this: I love Homestuck and I love Karkat because literally, when we look at Karkat, like when he's the leader and he's like leading everybody, he's pretty good. Like he does a pretty good job of it because they all when they're all hiding down the meteor, Karkat's the one that's like leading everybody. Even Vriska says he was just like he was way too good at it. Whole bunch of stuff. I really, and Karkat. See, the thing, and I really like this about the epilogues, even though it causes me physical pain. Karkat really has some hesitation because Dave like talks him into like being president, mostly because his love for Obama, which is very questionable. But I don't want to really dig into that too deep. But um, so basically, um, so he's like, Karkat, you should totally be president. But Karkat has some hesitation because even though he kind of was a good leader, like everybody died in a sense. So he wasn't really the best leader, and because he isn't, he had some hesitation on that. And I like the epilogues, the fact that they remember that they didn't just like say, "Hey, Karkat, be president." And Karkat went like, "Okay." Like there was actually hesitation there. And I love that. I do like the fan stuff though because there's like an axe where 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 Karkat meets the Sufferer, and he literally just goes like, "Karkat, you are my legacy," and I was, but the ancestors are a totally different thing for another day and probably for another video. Again, we're getting into befriendus, so we're gonna be talking about most of this stuff.
Dave has ninja. Little Karkat jumped back. Dave ninja up with the stairs and leans against the brick wall casually. Shit, how long is it standing there? Where's John? Oh, he just disappeared. What? Wait, what? What? Well, no, I'm fucking with you.
I literally, like, when I read this, I was like, "Oh shit! Is Lord English going to pop up in here? Is we about to have a little? We about to have some action up in here? I'm ready to go. If we gotta fight Caliban right now, I'm ready." Like all those run into my head when he said like, "Oh, I'm kidding with you, dude." I was like, "Fucking Dave, you fucking." I was channeling Cardcat like while I was reading it. You don't hear me say it because I was thinking it at the time, but I was so mad.
God damn it, Dave. Fucking hell.
See, when I said that, I was like, "Oh shit, man! Why'd you get me all
Dave,
worked up
you
and
got
shit?"
it. I was giving you a goddamn heart attack. Yeah, he does that often. And you live with him. Yes, I do. Yeah. Absolutely, absolutely sounds something that could happen in these past couple of days. Oh yeah, hilarious. He sure got you. Also, you're pretty sure the scene moved up here so you could talk to Karkat without Dave coming in, making it all about him again. They also let the blame game too. Some shit is a to some shit. Hey, Jay told you about the game and it makes you feel
Like seriously.
tell you absolutely have to. Just
But some people still ask, like, Bugsy, do you like Dave and Kargat together? No, I don't hate it. I actually kind of enjoy it, but I'm not like a diehard, "Oh yeah, Dave and Karkat all the way." That's kind of reserved for, Rosemary, and if you don't know what that is Kanaya and Rose together, which I do love. They are hands down the fucking best couple in Homestuck, and that isn't. Y'all can fight me on that. I don't really fucking care. We can go down to the comments right now and fucking go. I ain't really scared. I can take you on right now in the debate. Bring it. Also, I kind of like John and Roxy together, but the Candy timeline pretty much shows how they kind of aren't compatible because like it's all about Calliope and her, and it shows how they are not compatible. Even though I'm making all stuck where Roxy and a version of Prime get together, but don't worry, that's gonna be different. And I will acknowledge the whole Calliope and Roxy thing.
just ensure that it's very important that you brought Karkat here. Why? Why? How the fuck?
Fuck with it. Would I
How
have
the fuck
any
do you have
anything to do with these hornless freaks?
anything to do with these hornless freaks? I'm standing I'm standing right here, bro. My god. Like that's that's pretty good point that I think about it. He says it's important for you to bring him here, like specifically. Oh!
that is me like having that epiphany like, oh, He may not remember, but oh, it's like it just dawned on me.
You don't think we're being influenced by little cows. So God help me. I am gonna go. We're just gonna go to Lord English early, and I'm going to rip his freaking. I got
See, and while this is going on, my storyline is kind of going on in the background.
you said okay. Cause my apartment. Yeah. Why? You weren't sure. You had the most intense feeling that you buried in the two of them are friends. Well, all right. Weird, but all right. The great dude. They play Tony Hawk.
This right here, I actually kind of enjoy. Like Dave's like, "Come on, man, play the game." And he's like, "Strider, hell no, I'm not playing this game. I'm not playing your little limited game. Go fuck yourself." Karkat is a fucking tsundere. Tell me he's not. None of you can tell me that he isn't. He is. He's the first male tsundere I ever fucking saw. And there we got John. Like, yeah, John's doofy fucking self. Look at that face. Look at John's fucking face right here. He's so fucking doofy. Because it's in the regular kind of homestuck art style.
And hey guys, the shit still flies for y'all. Dang you, Strider. And then I would come in. Me and my two self come in big lines, and I was like, yeah, I'll play. We know the history of the previous time.
So, I just, I love this. I love this episode, even though it caused me great. Oh, hold up. I hit the wrong button. Even though it caused me great physical pain to, like, really do, I enjoy this one because it really shows you how far Karkat has really come from where he was to where he is now in both timelines. Well, he's in a timeline where he's with Dave, the person he loves, and in another timeline, he's the leader of a resistance because Jaina's gone complete better witch too, and I still have various reservations about that, but we're gonna talk about that in another video. But if Karkat was real, I would say this: Happy birthday, happy birthday, you fucking crab. May you May you keep doing what you're doing. You're one you're one of my favorite characters because you kind of remind me of myself when I'm like really mad and I'm cussing up a storm. And I understand you a lot more than I did back in the day. To everybody else, tell me down in the comments below, like, who is your favorite Homestuck character? I want to hear from you. What do you really like? Who do you really like? How do you feel about Homestuck 2 right now so far? Um, what do you think about what do you think about where do you think Candy Dave is? Because last time we seen him, he went with Aradia uh, to um, to go to their little destination. Um, what do you think? What do you think? What is your predictions of what may happen when they fight Dirk? Do you think Lord English is dead in Homestuck 2, or is he still alive? Questions, that need answers. Peace, everybody. I'm Bugsy. The you could just say I'm another Knight of Time, or Prince of Time if you want. I shall see you all later. And yes, the Prince of Time thing is like Homestuck for those of you that don't know. Just yeah, I'm letting my Homestuck fan flag fly for those of you. Those of you that really don't like this kind of content, I get it. When I start talking about class aspects and characters, you guys are like, this isn't Sonic. This isn't Sonic at all. But yeah, I wanted to do this because it's a character birthday. It's a character I actually like. I will probably do this for Rose. If I can only remember what her character birthday is, and we can probably go there. But I'll see you guys later. Peace.